Hi, what we're going to do today is create the mixed up Chameleon from Carle. This is a chance for us to use crayons. In particular, go through your crayons, any ones that are broken, that have the missing wrappers. It's perfect for this. You might even have chalk. Chalk won't work as well, but it'll work. Find as many old crayons that you're not really using. You need 10 different textures. Obviously you're going to need paper and you're going to need some glue, and this is the picture I'm working from. And if you look at the Chameleon, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different textures to create. The tongue and the fly I'm going to draw by hand. Now what you need is to find as many different things in your house as you can that you can get a texture of. Let's have a look at what we've got. I've got a lovely metal bowl, metal plate. Oh, this is chalk. I didn't want chalk. Let's try with crayon. Hey, that works well. That's one. You can even see the leaf. Oh, there's a cat making weird noises outside the window. Alright, there's one. Here's another texture I can get. That's pretty cool. Okay, as I'm using colours, I don't want to reuse the same colour, so I'm moving on. This time the pink is a crayon. Let's try this chopping board. It's not that interesting, but it's, oh yeah, it'll do. So I'm looking for 10 different textures. Here I've got a baking rack. Well, that's nice. I'm going to do a nice big one, and that can be the chameleon's head. Pretty cool. I'm just going to use this tea towel. It's got a bit of texture in it. That's pretty cool too. So I now have 2, 4, 6. Let's see what else I can create. Indomie noodles, does that work? Let's say no. What about spaghetti? Let's try that. Oh, that's cool. It's much better than the Indomie. I think I need a new piece of paper. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's try Lego. Maybe to change your colours. Whoa, that's excellent. That's one side. Let's try the other side now. And the new colour. That's pretty cool too. So have fun. You've got all sorts of things around the house. Ask a grown-up to help you if you need to. Here's a pencil case. That worked well. Other things you could try. So I've got plastic container lids. Oh, that worked better than I thought. Paper plates. That's pretty cool too. That'll make a nice tail segment. Let's try a comb. Another thing you might want to try is coins. You can stop them moving if you like by taping them to something. That worked better than I expected. Let's try some toy train tracks. And that didn't really work. Well, I definitely have my 10 textures. So, what I'm going to do is just pause the video while I move everything off my work table. Okay, I've got all my textures. I'm going to start with the head. So I'm drawing a shape where his mouth is going to be. And I'm going to have to cut the eye holes out. The next section is quite big, so pick your bigger bits. This is going to be one of his front feet. The next section has a large triangle. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 pointy toes. Next section. Let's do this one. So I'm going to attach the image I'm using. 1, 2 toes. It's just as easy to look for the cover yourself. Mixed Up Chameleon by Carle. Okay, here's the next tail section. This can be the first of the back legs. 1, 2. We have quite a long curved tail bit. Another curved tail bit. Finally get to use this nice one from the edge of the plate. Another curved tail bit. And finally a little point. Okay, so now I'm going to use my small good scissors. We get to cut the shapes out. So I'm going to pause the video so you don't watch me cutting out. Okay, so now I've got my pieces cut out. Don't forget to cut the eye holes out. Arrange them into the shape you want. If some of them don't match, like this tail join's a bit thick, just use your scissors again to make them thinner. Here's another one. And I'm ready to glue onto my paper. Turn that over so it's nice and clean. So I'm just going to use ordinary PVA glue, and I'm just going to dip my fingers into it. It's up to you if you use the glue stick. Okay. There's his mouth open. Just gluing it down. So this is how Eric Carle actually works. He makes a whole lot of textures and then he intuitively sticks them together to create these shapes. It's his signature technique. I think I'm liking it. It's quite a lot of fun. And simple materials that everyone's got at home. Well, maybe not everyone, but most people, especially if you have kids. Now the last thing I'm going to do is draw his eyeballs in. I'll just do that with black. Cool thing about chameleons, they can actually turn their eyes in any direction. I'm going to find some red. I'm going to use that for the tongue. Now, because I feel like it, instead of a fly, I'm going to draw a little blue moth, a butterfly. And the last thing I'm going to do is just write my name so people who see it will know whose work it is. So here we are. What I've done is I've created textures by rubbing using all my broken pieces of crayon. I've cut them out into shapes and I've created the mixed up Chameleon cover, the book by Eric Carle.